What's up everyone? Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Before we begin, make sure to hit the like and subscribe and then hit the real subscribe button, which is the bell icon. We're posting 4 videos every day, so make sure to check back every single day. We've just hit 20k subscribers, so thank you all so much. Let's get to 30k and get a deal in the description if you haven't already. Plenty of free crypto and goodies down there. This is not financial advice. Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Let's begin. What's up guys, so just before we begin, make sure to hit the subscribe and the bell icon. People aren't seeing our content and this is probably because you haven't hit the bell icon. Thank you again for all your support. The algorithm is slamming a lot of content creators right now, so we really appreciate all your support. And we're so proud of the amazing community that we built, so make sure to jump into the Telegram and the free Discord. So just taking a look at Verasity here, and as we can see, still looking really good on the macro time scale here. The massive run up, the big correction, another massive run up, and now we're having another big correction, but slowly heading to the upside here, making higher highs and higher lows on the macro time scale. You can see it quite clearly here. We are super bullish on Verasity. Like recently, the fundamentals are just going out of into the stratosphere, to be honest. In terms of what we've been seeing, we do think this is a really top quality project. I mean, you can obviously see by the price action here that it's been doing very well indeed. Obviously, we've got the Fibonacci here pulled from the high to the low, the previous all-time high here being around, what is this, 5.7 cents, coming down to around that level, at around that, 3/4 cent level here. We come down, we had that big descending wedge as well, didn't we? That falling wedge that we came and broke out of. We make the the Fibonacci levels in, and then obviously with the fib pull here, you can see how well these levels have been respected the entire time. We come up into the 0.23 here resistance, we break it, we come up past the 0.38, consolidate between that and the 0.50. We absolutely smash the 618 here, don't even find any resistance. Resistance at the 0.78, back test to 618. We come up here, we're coiling in and around this area. We come down, back test to 618 again. And then you can see here, we run all the way up to the all-time high. We break it, we make a new all-time high. But then since then, we have been rolling over a little bit, haven't we? Put this on auto so you can see what's going on. Ever since we made that all-time high, up here around almost 9 cents. What is this, 8.76 cents? Almost 9 cents here. You can see since then we've been rolling over, haven't we? We've kind of been forming this, potentially this bump and run pattern. You can see here the 1, 2, 3 resistances. We roll over, we consolidate in a range. Obviously, we started to break out of these resistance lines that we had here. So, we come down, we come back up, we test the top of the range, but then we slowly roll over, don't we? If we look at the hourly time frame, you can see support, resistance, form the range, support, resistance, resistance. Coming down to support again. We double top on the resistance here, and then since then, we had that, that continuous slow bleed with low volume to the downside, didn't we? But then obviously you can see we got the reaction here. Once we lost the bottom of the range here, we come down all the way down to the 618, where we got a decent little bounce here. But then obviously with Bitcoin trying to push itself to the downside again, trying to mess with all the altcoins, you can see Verasity, highly correlated to it, comes down here all the way down to around, what was this, 2.25 cents. Gets overextended very much to the downside. We come down, we come back up, retest the 618 as resistance. We come down and we form that W double bottom-ish kind of pattern like this, don't we? With a slightly higher low here. So it's clear that we lost the momentum to the downside. We break up back inside of the range here. We formed a little bit of a range, didn't we? We come down, we come back up, retest the range as resistance, come down, come back up into the range, inside the range here. And now we've actually rolled back out of the range again with Bitcoin, trying to roll to the downside yet again. I mean, Bitcoin right now, it's so overextended to the downside, isn't it? The funding is so negative right now. And the amount of people shorting the bottom, it just seems like a recipe for disaster for bears right now. I mean, the time to be shorting Bitcoin was at 69k at the all-time high. But the fact that people are shorting Bitcoin at 40k, it seems like a bit of a risky move on their part. I mean, this is, Bitcoin's only a 10% pump away from liquidating, potentially billions of shorts right now. And we could see another short squeeze like we saw when everyone thought the bull market was over. When we saw, Bitcoin go down below 30k, it hit 29k, everyone was thinking, oh my God, it's a bear market. And then all of a sudden, the massive short squeeze over the next few days back to 42k had everyone absolutely, astounded at what was happening. So, when people are super fearful, that's usually the time that people, get really caught out. And, it tends to make sense for people to trade the opposite of their emotions. When they're super euphoric, it's usually a good time to sell. And when people are super bearish and super, super worried about the market, that's usually the time to buy. And you can see right now, you know, I've seen it a lot on Twitter, a lot of people saying Verasity, you know, it's going to zero, it's a shit coin, it's blah, blah, blah. It's all this nonsense. But in reality, when you actually look at the facts, Verasity right now, it's just highly correlated to Bitcoin, and it will continue to roll if Bitcoin rolls. But regardless of that fact, once Bitcoin does start to go up, people are not going to forget about these fundamentals that have been coming out for Verasity, that big bright co-partnership, for example. And it's going to absolutely fly, isn't it? It's so like suppressed right now. It's basically a ticking time bomb waiting to explode to the upside, isn't it? So overall, as we said, we're super bullish on Verasity. We do think it's going to do very, very, very well in the future. Obviously, as we said, in the short term, things aren't looking so good, but it's still, you know, it's still holding key support for that continuation to the upside. So as we can see here, short-term price predictions, if we roll over, we do have that swing low at 2.25 cents where we could see a bounce in this area here. Obviously, if we roll lower, we've got that 2 cent, very, very strong 2 cent support of the 0.50 Fibonacci level. We do think this would probably be a very strong support for Verasity. There's going to be a ton of buy orders in this area. Anywhere here below this area of support, there's going to be loads of buy orders, especially on the 0.50 here as well. And we do think if we came into this area, we'd see a huge reaction in our opinion. Obviously, heading to the upside, we want to see ourselves coming back up to this resistance here at 2.8 cents, and then heading back up into the area that we were in before, coming back into that range, at least retesting this resistance at 3.16 cents here at the bottom of the previous range, doing something like this, coming up and basically starting to reverse out of this trend, because overall we've just been in a downtrend for a good while, haven't we? You can see here we've been making lower lows and lower highs pretty much this entire time. So basically what we want to be seeing is a bit of relief of Verasity pretty soon, don't we? So we still think this project, you know, short term, it's hard to know what's going to happen, isn't it? But long term, we do think that fundamentals will start to win out. And in our opinion, you know, Verasity 50 cents to $1 in 2022, very, very possible. So I'd like to thank everyone so much for their support. If you've got any questions or suggestions, please leave them down below, and don't forget to subscribe and then hit the real subscribe button, which is the bell icon, to stay up to date with 4 videos we post every single day. Remember, if you want to support the channel more directly and get a ton of benefits and insight, as well as joining our growing community, consider the Patreon or YouTube membership down below. There are 3 tiers giving you access to our private Discord. Crypto support is available if you just want to help us out a small amount. Crypto Maximalist is our main tier, which gives you access to detailed daily technical analysis and signals, weekly and monthly coin calls, and insights into our personal moves, while Maximalist Gold takes it a step further, giving you an insight into our personal portfolio tracker, super low cap gem research, and a 100x portfolio we're constructing and updating, and access to us personally as a resource to discuss your portfolio via Messenger. Make sure to check it out. You can also sign up to our free Telegram and public Discord via the description as well. All the links are in the description for affiliate links for discounts and free crypto, so go check them all out below. There's plenty of goodness on offer. Please like and subscribe. We are Crypto Maximalists.